What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Subnautica Below Zero. We're talking about some more news today, found out some more stuff, and some new stuff has been released, so we're going to talk about that as well. A lot of interesting stuff to talk about, and the first things we are going to talk about is some creatures. Now, in the last video, we talked about the trivalve. And here's a picture of them again, in case you don't remember or didn't watch that video. We don't really know what the trivalve is or what it's supposed to do or anything of that sort. However, we have found out that it is basically going to be the cuttlefish of the Below Zero version. So it should hopefully follow you around. You can interact with it, do all that. I don't know if it will hatch from an egg or what the deal will be, but from what I have found out, the trivalve will be pretty much in place of what the cuttlefish was. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is a translucent variant of the Leviathan that we showed in the last video as well. The one in the last video was pink and kind of resembled a shrimp. I really like this version. It makes more sense in my opinion, and it fits in with the other creatures they've been creating so far for Below Zero. Alright, so after talking about the translucent variant of the Leviathan, we have an animation of a symbiotic fish. I don't know if that's what it's called. I don't know the name of this fish. And I do have a picture of what it's supposed to look like, fully colored and modeled and everything for you guys, so that way you can see what it looks like. Alright, so after those animations, we have the lily patter, and we have in-game footage of it. Now, in my opinion, I'm not happy with this. I also have high expectations, because from looks, this I feel will be my favorite creature. It kind of seems like it's just skating along really fast, and its fins on its back are barely moving, and its fins aren't that big, so it shouldn't be able to push it that fast. I imagined more of it like floating along, just kind of doing its own thing, and then maybe if like an interaction happened, it would move and like be motivated to move away or whatever. But this seems as if it's just gonna be kind of skating along, and like I said, in my opinion, I don't know, I'm not really happy with it. It just doesn't fit its body. So obviously it's not done, and obviously they're going to work on it more, hopefully. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, so after the Lily Peddler, we have the Glow Whale, and I am super excited for this. The model looked really good in the last video we checked out, and the model in-game looks really good too. The animations are really well put together from what I've seen in the past of animals being added to the game. There's some stiffness in the turning, but I think it's really good. You can see when it jumps, the animation from it just swimming to starting it is kind of clunky, but they will work on it. Obviously, this is probably alpha of the animations, but it looks really good despite those things, and I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to see what they do more with it. Alright, so that's all for the creatures for now. And the next thing is the Twisty Bridges biome. Now, we've known this is going to be in the game, but these are some updated images of it. There's a day and a night, and in the images you can actually see the red and like blue rayfish that we also talked about in the last video. So that's actually in the game from the looks of it, and I'm really excited to see what the Twisty Bridges biome will all entail and everything. So up next is actually an interesting thing. It is called the Exchanger. Now, the Exchanger, we don't know what it does for sure. My assumption is it's kind of like the Astroneer Exchanger, where you give it a resource and it'll come back with another resource. From what I've been told, but not confirmed, is we will give it story items or like quest items, and it sends it up to the satellite you see in the video, and it'll come back with materials, or I honestly don't know what it comes back with. So it could be materials, it could be another quest or something like that. Either way, it's a really interesting way to add that extra bit of, hey, I'm turning in this quest item, or whatever it may be at the time. So adding on to that, we saw the satellite in that video of the exchanger, and we don't know much about it. I don't know much about it, at least. If you know more than me, please feel free to comment. However, we do have some conversations from that satellite to us and some other conversations that they've scripted up so far. And one I want to point out on the spreadsheet they have, which I'll link in the description, says, warning, access denied, continued efforts will be denied, forcefully, concede, Robin Goodall. So the importance of this is, one, we know the main character's name, and it's Robin Goodall. The relevance of that to the backstory of characters and lore, I could not tell you at this moment. I will look into it, and if anything comes up, I will let you guys know. But the second point is it says alien facility, and on the spreadsheet it says what character is talking. So the alien facility is saying this, and the alien facility knows the main character's name. How? I don't know. Now, assumptions can be made that the precursors had technology of telepathy and all that. They can transfer their minds, blah, 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 blah. So you can kind of assume that maybe they intercepted the signal waves, or at least that's what I've been told. Not confirmed in any way, but that's our assumption at this point. Now, to add on to that, or what I feel is connected in some way, there was a Trello card that says, story needs to trigger dialogue when player scans a part for a necessary recipe, but Tom doesn't know how to set that up. David, can you please set up log Alan body 1 so that it plays when player scans one of the precursor parts? Okay, so there's an Alan. We don't know anything about Alan right now, and he has a body. And when you scan a precursor part, gives you a recipe, right? That's all we knew until the next Trello card. The next Trello card came out and it said, completed add placeholder precursor NPC body recipe. Unlock on scan placeholder fabricator on this card. So there's a precursor body recipe, and it's an NPC. Never had an NPC in Subnautica. Never knew there was going to be one. And we're going to see a precursor body, right? That's what I thought about. However, my initial reaction was, how do we create a living thing? How can we make a precursor body, right? All their bodies are destroyed on the planet, right? They all transferred their mind to the tombs and whatnot that we covered a long time ago in Subnautica. However, thanks to Bibbidi and V, of course, the wiki keepers for Subnautica, they helped me because I wasn't connecting the dots. Apparently, it's not that we're necessarily going to make a precursor body. We're going to make a body for a precursor and then use their technology to transfer their mind to a new body, which is pretty interesting. And honestly, I didn't think about in any way. Like, the technology is there obviously, and it makes sense once you think about it, but I was not connecting the dots. There is a wiki page that's been written up for Alan, or Alan, however you want to pronounce it. I'm just going to say Alan. And it says, Alan is a member of the Precursor race who will be present as a character in Subnautica Below Zero. It seems that Robin Goodall will have to find and scan parts of Alan's body throughout the story. The end goal of this may be to fabricate him a new body. When Karar broke out, Alan's mind was likely stored whilst the body was destroyed. Alan appears to be unique in that their mind has remained conscious, unlike other stored minds which are in a dormant state. Developer notes suggest that a precursor computer core can be found within a sanctuary cache. Given the nature of these sanctuaries in Subnautica, having been used as precursor data storage, it is possible that this core may be the mode of storage for Alan's mind. Alan appears to be capable of broadcasting messages, as shown when he denies Robin access to the mountain cave base. It is currently unknown whether he is located within the facility or is broadcasting from elsewhere, such as the aforementioned sanctuary. And then there's some trivia if you want to read that. So that's pretty interesting. I was not connecting the dots, and I was like, all right, how do we go from this one Trello card to the second, and why are we excited? It didn't make sense because I was just thinking about how do we create a living thing, but thankfully they helped me connect the dots. And it's pretty insane if you think about it. We're going to meet and talk to a precursor, hopefully, assuming that this all goes through and this is actually correct. We all know how Subnautica likes to change things, or we assume things and they're actually something else, or the story gets rewritten. But I'm really excited. We got one more thing to talk about, and it is a new concept art that we received today from Obraxis. It is a creature called the Vent Gardens. It is both alive and their own mini biome. So as you can see, it is just a giant jellyfish with a really cool internal structure of platforms, which looks like it has red grass on it. I believe in the Subnautica Discord they were also talking about the inside being kind of like the membrane trees from Subnautica. So regardless, just seeing a bunch of these around would be really cool. You can also see the scale of how big they are compared to the player. I'm really excited for all these creatures. So far there isn't a single creature where I'm just like, meh. Besides the Lily Peddler's movement, I'm really enjoying all of these creatures. So do let me know what you guys think about the new creature and biome, I guess, and tell me what you think about the precursor body thing where we're possibly going to transfer a mind of a precursor into a body and be able to talk to them and whatnot. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you would like to see more content of Subnautica Below Zero, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. As always, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.